off on the bottom.
It's the calcium layer.
The cambium layer
Cambium
right underneath
layer.
between the bark and the hardwood.
Gotcha.
It wasn't a very clean cut. When I did the lopper, just squished it, and it's all squished up there.
Okay.
We want it to be a clean cut. So what I'm doing is I cut away the bark, indent in the bark that's just a little bit wider than my scion. Yeah, this is off of a kefir pear tree that grows the kefir pears, very good, delicious pears. What I'm trying to do is I'm going to cut in and then down. There we go. So I have a nice notch there, and I'll cut the other side out to make kind of a point at the end. Cut off the top end of it too while we have it out. So this end is where the cambium, so the little green underneath in between the bark and the thing, there's just a thin, very thin green layer, and that's what I'm going to try to line up. Showing up for slipping the bark. Just peel it back and then stick that one in. That one's holding pretty nice. So this side's a little oxidized. I hope it's going to work. And I was just going to do one kind of pear on this one, but I have two kinds of pears on here because I only had one kefir pear left. Interesting to see if they both take. But we want to get it nice and tight. Squeeze it nice and tight, and then I'm going to leave this tape on here for about 2 weeks. I'll come back and take it off, and hopefully in that time the wound is healed over and it'll start pumping some of the nutrients it has up into these new scions, giving us nice delicious pear. It'll probably take 2 to 3 years before we get any fruit. If you planted the seed, it would probably take 5 years, and it would be nowhere near as sturdy as this. We'd have to baby it for the first year at least. I have some tree wound dressing that I put over top of that to help keep the moisture and keep it from getting infected. Pear one on the other one. See, all these things, it'll want to shoot out life through all these little things, so we want to snip those off so it sends the energy where we want it onto these scions. What I'm going to do a cleft graft on. So a cleft graft, we basically split this in half and make a cleft into it. We're going to stick that in here and try to line up the cambium. I'm trying to line up the bark on the outside so the cambium on the inside will be lined up. One tip I saw was not to make it straight because it's too hard to line it up so the cambium exactly matches. But if you have it tilted out, it's guaranteed that the cambiums cross at some point. So I have it slightly tilted. And then again, nice and tight with the duct tape. These are moon glow pears, we'll do that. In plastic bags wrapped with a damp paper towel to keep them moist. Because if they dry out, then they won't be any good. Like that, I gotta get a different one. I kind of line up the bark, but I'm gonna actually put the bottom so it's in a little bit farther so that it crosses out. Okay, little tree, now you can do your job. Sun off and keep the moisture in, and also potentially keep the birds off it. One of the things people say it messes up the graft a lot of times is little birds don't want to come and land on the sticks on the end and cause some stress to them.
We love you, little guy.
That's one of the first things they were talking about in that book. The first experiments is what they were sending love to their plants. So they were specifically trying to send the emotion of love to plants, and the plants really responded by growing healthier and happier. Let's see this. See how it cuts it like that?
Yeah.
So this is we're gonna make another cut So that has the bottom part of it right now. It has the lip, and then we'll make another cut into this one to match, and it'll slide right onto that one and hopefully line up perfectly. Get it centered. There. So this will sit right on top of this. It doesn't quite line up. Actually, we're quite a bit short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offset it. If I put it in the middle, right here, the cambium's not going to line up on either edge. But I'm going to put it all the way on this edge so that the cambium will line up on this edge here. And it should be fine. Okay, cool. Ugh.